Okay, UFC 286 has just finished taking place, and with this new format in place in trying to keep these under 10 minutes, I'm just going to fire straight into this. Alright, so Vettori is one of my favourite fighters to watch. He's such a meathead, but I love this guy. He got schooled against elites in the division, Israel twice, and Whitaker in his last bout. Dolidze's 12-1 in the cage and has a 1-0 professional record in snatching married panties. He's 69-0 as an amateur, I imagine. This fight was a little disappointing, if I'm honest. Vettori started with a kicking game, which isn't his usual MO, but was a nice new wrinkle to see from him. Vettori got backed up for a moment with a few nice shots, but regained his composure, and for me he had the better moments in round 1, with Roman just swinging and missing or catching arms, non-scoring shots, so I had it 1-0 Marvin. Close round on the eye for the judges, I guess. Vettori then edged the start of the second with leg kicks again, same story as the first, but Roman threw a lot less. Marvin hit a nice check right in the most significant moment of a tentative round, after easily stuffing 2 takedown attempts. I did say he had great takedown defense coming in. Marvin won the second round for me, and Roman simply didn't do fuck all in round 2. I decided to check the live odds though, and Roman was being listed as the favourite. I could not understand that, and I was concerned that I had shit in my eyes or something. You don't get fuck all for just throwing and hitting nothing, I'm just going to say that. Now, Roman was wearing a lot more damage at the start of the round, which should have told the judges all they needed to know. Third round was close, but again Marvin had the better moments, did more damage to the face and hurt the leg chewing it up. Dolidze couldn't hit water if he fell out of a fucking boat. So I had a bad feeling going into the decision, but the right call was made. It's a damaged sport, or supposed to be. Marvin rightfully got the UD and got booed, which I thought was really harsh. But yeah, took me up to 8-2. Alright, for a women's fight, this was actually quite decent. I called Maia as the significant underdog. O'Neal as the favourite was just baffling to me. First round was all Maia. She looked so slick on the feet, was catching her with combinations at will. Really nice head movement throughout this fight. Really good boxing for a woman's fight. O'Neal was wearing the damage badly in the first, and her nose was all bloodied. She was leaking. Metrics said O'Neal managed 30 significant strikes in that round. I counted 3. I must have blinked and missed them. Maia was quicker and more effective, slipping out at the right times and showing really good head movement. O'Neal was just catching air. This continued into the second, with Maia snapping her head back and really worked the combinations well. O'Neal was throwing basically single strikes, and Maia was just timing them, coming in with combinations and popping her head back the whole fight by link chaining combos. Fair play to O'Neal, she has a decent chin, but she showed zero fight IQ. She was clearly losing on the feet and refused to change the game plan until the final round. Easy 2-0 for the first 2. Round 3 went the same way, basically. O'Neal did have more success finally changing it up. She did try a shot and failed miserably. Maia got the back off it. Both exchanged, with Maia having the cleaner moments. O'Neal is tough, but as I said, she's not that good. Maia wins by UD. Not bad for a women's fight. Took me to 9-2 and another underdog in the bag. Alright, fight 3 was whatever. I don't really care about this one. I called Gunnar to win this one as the better grappler, and that's exactly how it played out. He's not been so active lately, so this was risky, and Barbarena's a bit scrappy. Can I just say, karate styles always look a little bit silly in there, and Gunnar sticking his neck out made me worried for the first few seconds. It was a tentative start. Gunnar waited for his chance and locked him up against the cage with double underhooks. He looked really comfortable there. He then patiently elevated him up on a single leg, dropped him down into easy side control, hit a few elbows with Barbarena trying to be busy on the bottom. The elbows from Gunnar added up, and he used this danger to latch in a really slick armbar with 20 seconds to go, and Barbarena had to tap before his arm got ripped off. Not the most entertaining fight, but great finish for Gunnar. Yep, submission win, and this took me to 10-2. 2 great potential fights coming up. Whoever shoots first is a pussy. I had pegged this as fight of the night, and it did not disappoint. The story of the fight for me was Fiziev's speed and body kicks. He'd clearly done his homework. First 2 minutes were slow to get started, and then both men just started going for it. For me, the first round was a clear Fiziev round, with Justin's best moment being the heavy leg kick that started the fight off. Heavy body shots from Fiziev, especially in the clinch. He hit 2 knees at different points in the first and second round to the chin, and to be fair to Gaethje, he ate them like a champ. Fiziev was a lot faster in the first 2, and for me won these rounds by doing the body work. He didn't seem to hurt Justin though, and I felt like that might have played into the scoring here. Fiziev was also quicker to the punch throughout the second, and he did work the body really well. The fight was really strange to me because it seemed like Fiziev was landing more of the damage, but that Justin was causing more damage, which was very strange to see, or should I say that Fiziev was wearing more of the damage. The third round is what tipped the fight for me. Justin started hitting straight hard jabs and nice combinations, and Fiziev's eyes just looked completely fucked up. He was clearly looking like the most damaged, and in a scoring system that favors damage, I think that's what swayed it. I did have Fiziev winning the first 2 rounds with bodywork, and Gaethje winning the 3rd round clearly. Great fight though, and I thought it was a poor decision. It was close enough and definitely not a robbery. Gaethje got the mixed majority decision win. One of them called it a draw, which I think was the right decision. But yeah, this took me to 10-3, and now it brought us to the main event. Alright, so rather than break this one down round by round, as it did go the full 5, I'm just going to do an overview on this one. I really wanted this one, and what a performance by Leon Edwards. I called this one perfectly. Story of the fight was about 3 things for me that Leon did so well. He negated the takedowns by isolating one hand whenever Usman pressed him against the cage, and used it to swivel off and get back to the feet. Really nice technique use, clearly learned from the second fight. Usman did nothing significant for the brief moments he did get him down. Leon also came in with a really great game plan to target the legs and body almost exclusively. He didn't headhunt at all. And this made the takedowns much easier for him to stuff because it stopped Usman from getting in too close. Finally, when the clinches did come, Leon was hitting massive knees up the middle to the body. And I think this led to Usman getting more tired by the end of the fight. And he didn't have much left to control the takedowns on the ground. Leon was better on the feet for the majority of the fight in my opinion, and showed excellent striking defense. He was blocking at the right moments. Usman was mostly hitting the gloves as he did in the second fight. Usman always carries a danger throughout, but as Kamaru said himself, Leon came in with an incredible game plan and he executed it to absolute perfection. The real contentious moment in this fight came in the 3rd when Leon was docked for a cage grab. Now, in an isolated moment, this was 100% fair. It was a clear grab, and you either dock for the grab or you put them back in position. And considering Usman didn't have position, I felt like it was the right call. What pisses me off is that it felt like Herb was looking for it, Herb Dean the ref. And considering that Usman grabbed the cage with the same referee multiple times in the second fight and wasn't penalized, still really annoys me. But in the context of this fight, this was a fair dock. This gave Usman a 10-8 for me in that round, and as I called pre-fight, and the video is there, Leon for me won rounds 1, 2, 4, and 5. The second was a little bit closer, but I edged Leon. In a crazy world, this could have been called a draw. The right man won, and I'm absolutely delighted. Leon Edwards retains the belt, and we'll see what's next for him. I'm hoping what they do is they do Khamzat Chimaev versus Shavkat Rakhmonov as a title eliminator, and that Colby has to fight somebody else to potentially get a shot. I have a feeling they're going to give Colby the shot next, which probably isn't fair. Yeah, 11-3 on the card. Absolutely delighted. So this took me to an overall record of 76-30 on the year, which I'm absolutely thrilled with. Another really positive card. Retained the win percentage of 71%. Again, thanks to everyone who's tuning in for these. I'm trying to keep them shorter and less of a drag, so I really appreciate you tuning in. I will see you again tomorrow, or early Monday, should I say, for the Vera versus Sandhagen card that's happening next weekend. Thanks to everyone for tuning in, and see you in a bit.